All right, so initial impressions on the Ford Focus is it should be one of the most fun vehicles on the market, and my argument is that it is. Now, I say that because Ford has packed a 2-liter turbo, a KO3 turbo motor in this, making 252 horsepower and 270 pounds of torque. Now, with all that power, the vehicle gets to 60 in about 5.9 seconds. If you're the type of person that wants to take this out and record your quarter-mile times, that comes in roughly 13.9, 14.1 seconds. But at the end of the day, this car is meant to make you smile while on the road, and it accomplishes exactly that. Now, Ford has packed a bunch of clever electronics in this car. One of the most impressive is their torque vectoring system. Now, it acts like an electronic limited slip differential on the front end, braking the inside wheel and allowing the outside wheel to bring you around a corner. And it also helps to mitigate the formidable torque steer that comes with most high horsepower hot hatch cars. Now, getting onto the highway in this car, it's a very confident feeling car. Grip comes from a set of Eagle F1 tires. Definitely hold the road very, very well and give great forward acceleration and lateral acceleration. Now, pulling onto the highway here, I'm actually in 5th gear, just barely accelerating on it, and putting into 6th gear. I have to say, this vehicle really cruises when you want it to. It's not overbearing, it doesn't make you have to punch it, but when you want something that's going to make you smile, when you want to just drop it that gear lower and take off, believe me, the Ford Focus is rewarding in that sense. Drop it into 4th gear, push on the power, the peak 21 pounds of boost comes, and you take off into flight just like that. And God, it sounds so good. It does. It sounds fantastic on the highway. Now, there are a few things about this vehicle that make it really unique in the segment. First and foremost, it takes an entirely different approach to what driving should be. Now, Volkswagen has taken the stance of giving you great equipment, but telling you you can't use it. It has an undefeatable drive control system. Traction control fights you the entire time. The electronic stability control gets in the way most of the time. If you go with the other options, let's say the Civic Si, you get a naturally aspirated 200 horsepower motor, and it's not exceptionally connected. Ford has taken an entirely different stance. Every electronic system in this car is fully defeatable. You can turn off traction control, stability control, everything, and just open it up and let it run. And what that means is you get a vehicle for a hot hatch that's actually willing to oversteer. It has tons of lift-off oversteer in the corner. All you do is you pick your apex, drive confident into the line, let off the throttle, and that back end will slide right out for you. And I gotta tell you, the sensation that comes when you do that, it's unbelievable. Especially knowing that it's in a car that you can have 3 people in the back, all your luggage, and travel across country if you had to. Really, it's an unbeatable package. Now, of course, the question has to be asked, with all this fun packed into it, with everything the car's capable of, you would assume it gets bad gas mileage, right? No, not the case. Ford was actually able to get 32 miles to the gallon out of this motor on the highway. City fuel economy comes in at around 22, 23, which is pretty typical for the segment. But with this much power, you honestly do not care. You just don't. Now, sitting in here, you can tell Ford's put a lot of thought into this. So this, of course, being the 3rd generation of Performance Focus. Leather-wrapped steering wheel, really tight bolstered Recaros that hold you in. The vehicle is very, very confident feeling. Everything inside is within arm's reach. Of course, has a full suite of technologies. You can get the Sync entertainment system, dual zone climate control, heated seats and steering wheels, moonroof if you want it, backup navigation. I mean, the list, it goes on. Anything you could possibly want, it offers. Now, begs the question to ask, of course, how much? How much is all this? Now, that's really another area that the Focus shines. Believe it or not, the entry level of this car being the ST1, that actually starts at $25,000, and for bang for your buck, it's a ton of car. If you want a fully loaded one, like the one that we're riding in right now, the ST3, that vehicle is around $29,000, and with the moonroof, you get to around 31, which still, when you figure a V8 Mustang starts out at 33, it's really tough to beat. It really, really is.
Sherwood of Salisbury.
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 Sherwood of Salisbury.